I've been in the mining industry for 35 years. I graduated from Queens in 1982. Worked with a number of engineering companies, mining companies, law firms too, and most recently I joined Gravitas Mining as their mining analyst. My role is really due diligence and screening projects that come in the office. I like to see what other companies that they've worked with, what have been their successes exploration-wise. Are they? Is it a technical CEO, or what is their background? How long have they been in the business? I like to see people too that have stuck with the same commodity, possibly the same project, so they don't have to reinvent the wheel when they go into a new region or exploration region. Well, I would look at their team, see his team, and see who the backers of the organization, the other management, their technical personnel. I would look for somebody that I know that I could talk with and have a lot of confidence that it's the truth. And so I really like to see someone in the organization that I know that I can ask informally. The gold industry, a lot of CEOs just quote how many ounces they have, and not all ounces are created equal. I want to understand what the quality of the ounces, what category of mineral resource or even reserves that they have. Grade is important, tonnage is important. There needs to be more context than a lot of the headline key criteria that you're given at the PDAC. It's very important to see, where they're located. Is there certainly an operating mine in the vicinity? That's always well promoted by a lot of people. That doesn't mean you have anything, but it is certainly something to consider. Well, world class is something very rare. I mean, something that comes, a discovery once in a decade, maybe even less. Big discoveries like Kid Creek, Texas Gulf, Hemlo, Voisey's Bay, those kind of discoveries. Those are just the Canadian discoveries, but they come very rarely. So to use that term, to me is really over promotion, and it really kind of turns me off right off the bat. I think certainly the hot commodities, the flavor of the day commodities, I see now there's umpteen groups now looking for cobalt, and they're really not cobalt deposits. They're trace element cobalt with some other minerals, particularly nickel deposits, this sort of thing. So they're jumping on that when they're really not cobalt projects at all. Lithium's another one. I mean, everyone's looking for lithium. They have lithium projects in Canada and in Nevada, when the best projects are in Chile and South America. I think it's that they're trying to sell and sell what's hot. It's easier to raise money. Have they changed from one commodity to the next in the last couple of years? So where would their expertise come from? So why would they be good at this commodity? So I think geologists are experts in a particular type of deposit environment, commodity, but to be switching makes me kind of uncomfortable. I think there has to be a lot of sweat equity, and but compensation is a very tricky business. A lot of companies now are accruing salaries, and over a 2 or 3 year period, when you have 2 or 3 people in management accruing salaries, it gets to be quite high. You may see in the millions of dollars in their accounts payable, which makes me feel kind of uncomfortable. I think these salaries need to be written off and improve the balance sheet and give the company a better shot at raising money and starting fresh. You'd like to see management in the 10 to 20% ownership range. So it can't be too much, but I think it has to be a reasonable amount of stock in the company to show that they're committed and to give them a reason to really wake up in the morning and be hungry to make a discovery.